आज ही डाउटनेट ऐप डाउनलोड करें। डाउटनेट पर होगा अब आपके सभी मैथ्स, केमिस्ट्री, फिजिक्स और बायोलॉजी डाउट्स का सफाया। बस अपने क्वेश्चन की फोटो खींचो, उसे क्रॉप करो और तुरंत वीडियो सोल्यूशन पाओ। डाउनलोड नाउ।
Hello everyone, so in the question we are asked to draw the graph of fx and the function is given by mod of sin x plus mod of cos x where x belongs to r. So let's proceed forward. We know that the period of sin x is 2 pi and the period of cos x is also 2 pi. If we're taking the modulus function, then the period of sin x is reduced by half, that is pi, and cos of mod of x is also pi, because in that case there is no negative value, so the period is reduced by half. Now let us consider a function. So we are given with a function f of x is equal to mod of sin x plus mod of cos of x. If we'll be taking f of x plus pi by 2, so that would be sin of pi by 2 plus x plus mod of cos of pi by 2 plus x. We know that angle changes at pi by 2, so it would be sin becomes cos of pi by 2, and it becomes minus of sin of x in mod. Okay, so basically what would be the function? So it would be f of x plus pi by 2 would be equal to cos of pi by 2 mod plus sin of pi by 2 in mod. So basically this is fx only. This is fx only. So we can say that f of x is having period of pi by 2, is having period pi by 2. So what we will do here is that we'll be drawing a graph between 0 to pi by 2 and we'll be repeating that. Okay, now let us consider the function again. I'm considering it in the first quadrant. So the function is sin x plus cos x, because all is positive in first quadrant. Let me differentiate it. So the differentiation of sin x is cos x and the differentiation of cos x is minus of sin x. If we'll be equating it with 0, so we get cos of x is equal to sin of x, and it is at what value? It is at pi by 4. So therefore I'll be drawing the graph. So I'm just drawing it on a line. So it is, suppose it is 0, it is pi by 2. It will be repeating itself, but what will be the maximum value? The maximum value will be having it pi by 4. Now we know that between 0 and pi by 4 cos is more and sine is less, like because cos is greater than sine is this, so basically it will be an increase in function here, and after pi by 4 to pi by 2 sine is greater than cos, so it would be a negative. So how can we draw the graph? Let me just draw the graph. Okay, before drawing the graph I am finding out the extreme values. Okay, so f of 0. So what is the value of f of 0? That is sine of 0. Sine of 0 plus cos of 0. So sine of 0 is 0 and cos of 0 is 1. So f of 0 is 1. Let's find out f of pi by 2 also. So in f of pi by 2, sine of pi by 2 is 1 and cos is 0. So it is again 1. Now we have to find the maximum value, that is f of pi by 4. So we know that f of pi by 4 is cos of sine of pi by 4 is 1 by root 2 and this is also 1 by root 2. Taking the LCM we get f of pi by 4 becomes 2 by root 2, which ultimately becomes f of pi by 4 is equal to root of 2. Now let's plot it on the graph. So I'm drawing it. So this is the graph. Let it be 1. If this is 1, then root 2 would be somewhat here. So I'm marking it, this is 0, this is pi by 4 and this is pi by 2. And similarly it would be 3 pi by 4, it would be pi. Then yeah, I am just drawing it for a particular interval. So it will be having the maximum value here and then it will be like this. So it would be repeating after this is I'm drawing a rough graph. So after this interval it will be repeating itself. So this is the graph of the given function which is having period of pi by 2. I hope it is clear. Thank you.
क्लास 6 से 12 से लेके नीट IIT JEE मेंस और एडवांस के लेवल तक 10 मिलियन से ज़्यादा स्टूडेंट्स का भरोसा। आज ही डाउनलोड करें डाउटनेट ऐप या व्हाट्सएप कीजिए अपने डाउट्स 8400 400 400 पर।